daydreaming.
Well, I hope it was a good one.
Yeah. Oh, how did your meeting with MJ go?
It was difficult, but it was getting to know my daughter, and I found out I like her so much.
Oh, I'm so happy for you.
So I've decided that no matter how difficult it is, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get reacquainted with my children.
You'll do it, I know you will.
Someday.
Oh, yes. Yes, and we're going to get what we want, too. Yes, we are. Sorry, I didn't see anyone there.
Baby restless?
Oh, well, he doesn't always sleep through the night, so I like to walk through the house and try to get him back to sleep.
Well, it looks about halfway there.
I just love to hold him. Makes me feel so secure.
I used to sit and rock my babies in this big old rocker in the townhouse. I don't remember it, but they told me that's what I did.
Must be awful, not remembering holding your own baby.
Pretty terrible.
You're still thinking about MJ, aren't you?
I have been thinking about everything in a million and one different ways.
Don't you think you're coming down a little hard on yourself?
Oh, sometimes, yes. But see, I'm still the same person, and I cannot understand how I could have left 4 children. Kiss me, baby.
Yeah.
Hello?
Mary, Father O'Connor.
Oh, Father O'Connor, thank you for calling me back.
My housekeeper said you sounded upset.
Well, I've made a decision, Father. I want to know everything.
Are you sure you're ready?
Oh, absolutely. I can't go on just imagining what might have been. I've got to know the truth.
Then you shall have it. Shall I come over tomorrow?
That would be wonderful. When?
About 7 o'clock.
That's just perfect. Thank you so much.
Be at peace, Mary.
That's what I'm hoping for. Thank you.
He's coming?
Yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll know the truth.
Please don't touch me, Reginald. Do you know where I was last night?
No.
I was at the McKinnon house.
Why, Mary?
I cannot tell you what I felt as I walked in through that door. I walked into this big, wonderful old kitchen. And it was my kitchen. It was where I cooked for my family. And it's exactly the way I left it. And I couldn't remember it. And I looked at my daughters. And I couldn't remember them.
Please don't do this to yourself.
And I felt so empty. I had this big, hollow, empty place inside that should have been full of wonderful memories.
The accident did that.
But you knew. How could you take me away from everything that mattered to me in my life?
I only did what I knew you wanted, what we'd planned. The accident just made it less painful for you.
Let me tell you about painful. I sat in this old rocker in this kitchen. And the girls told me that I rocked all of my babies there. And there was this quilt on it. And they told me that I made that quilt. And it was made out of hundreds of little pieces of fabric from my old dresses and from Vince's shirts and from their little clothes. And I held it in my hand. And I was holding my whole history. And it was all laid out in these little mismatched pieces of fabric with these tiny, perfect little stitches.
Why do you have to torture yourself like this?
I may not remember, but I know that there was love in that house. And I was a part of it, and I do not understand how I could even have thought of just throwing it away.
Trying to make yourself into some unfeeling monster.
Well, aren't I?
No. You were the kindest, most gentle soul that ever was.
I walked out on 4 little children who needed me, who depended on me. How could I do that to my babies? I've asked Father O'Connor to come back here.
I wish you'd talk to me first.
This time I'm going to listen to every word he has to say, if it means that my dislike turns into self-hatred.
Now, you listen to me, Mary McKinnon. I have lived with you and loved you for 17 years, and there is nothing to hate in you.
I've done a terrible thing, Reginald. One of these days, you're going to have to admit that.
You loved totally and unconditionally. Now, what happened was not your fault, and you cannot go on feeling guilty about it.
I am guilty.
No, you're not. If anyone has to take some guilt, let it be me. But everything I did out of love.
That doesn't make it right.
Mary, you are the only truly good human being I have ever known. It was you who taught me how to love, Mary.
Oh, Reginald.
Please, please, don't destroy that love. It's all we have.
If we have any right to love, then nothing's going to destroy it.
We won't let anything destroy it.
I have to go now. Father O'Connor's going to be here soon.
Dad, what's wrong?
It's over. It's all over. She's going to see the priest again. Tell her everything.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
What do you mean?
Father O'Connor's only human, isn't he?
Mary McKinnon is a strong woman. She's got plenty of courage. She's not about to cut herself off from the truth.
I wonder if she's ready to hear it now.
Mama will be fine.
Father, you have a phone call over here. You can take it at the bar.
Oh, thank you. Excuse me, please.
Cheryl, there's people over here could use some coffee.
Okay. Sure.
Yes, this is Father O'Connor.
Oh, thank heavens I reached you, Father.
What's the trouble?
It's my dad, Paul Campbell.
Well, the name doesn't seem to ring a bell.
He's a former parishioner.
I see. Well, what can I do for your father?
He needs to see a priest, and he mentioned your name. He's very sick. Please, you've got to come, Father.
Well, of course I'll come. I have an appointment in about, in a few minutes, but I should be there about 8 o'clock.
No, you've got to come before that. You see, he's dying. I'm afraid he may lose consciousness. The doctors don't expect him to last the night.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Wait, just a moment. Oh, Kathleen. Kathleen. I've got an emergency call I've got to make. Will you tell your mother I'll be delayed?
Yes, I'll call her.
Mr. Campbell.
Will you come, Father?
I'm on my way. Just tell me where.
Thank you, Father. Thank you. It's the Lansing Hospital, Chicago.
Chicago?
Yes, 8th floor. Hurry. Father O'Connor has been diverted.
But for how long? We're just postponing the inevitable. I love you. thought that before. Somehow the words just don't begin to say what's truly in my heart. They're so inadequate to describe what I feel about you. I know you feel the same way. You have to. You're not the kind of woman who could share a man's bed and every breath of his life for all those years without loving him. You can't turn your love on and off. You're not that kind of a woman. And I'm not that kind of man. If I'm wrong, if you don't love me, I won't hold you. You can walk right out that door and never have to lay eyes on me again. Can you do that, Mary? Can you walk out that door?
Reginald, please. I can't take this pressure.
Can't you see that whatever happened in the past doesn't matter anymore?
But you can't just erase a person's history.
What about all our years together? All the joy, all the love we had together. Can you erase that? No, because they were real.
But I can't turn my back on my past.
Well, we have a past, and it's real. 17 years we've loved each other. Oh, don't throw that away.
You're not going to change my mind. I am going to find out what the truth really is.
Mary, please, listen to me. All these years, you've trusted me. I have never done anything to hurt you. What makes you think I have now?
I think the facts rather speak for themselves.
I never acted out of self-interest. I did what you wanted, what I knew in my heart you wanted.
How could you possibly know what I wanted?
Because you were always honest with your feelings. You said what was in your heart. I knew you wanted to be with me as badly as I wanted to be with you.
But how could I just abandon my children like that?
You didn't. We had it all arranged.
What do you mean?
I was going to bring them to you. And then the accident happened and everything changed.
You still could have brought them.
By then it wouldn't have mattered. You wouldn't have known who they were. Mary, they would have been miserable and unhappy. They never would have stayed. You would have been like a stranger to them. Can't you see that?
A stranger is what I am.
Not to me. Mary, please, I beg you. I am the same man who held you every night. So close I could hear your heartbeat. I'm the man who watched you come back to life after I thought I'd lost you forever. I can't lose you again. I wouldn't know how to live.
I don't know what to say.
Hold me, please. One more time, Mary. Oh, Mary. I've felt so alone.
Father O'Connor is here to see you, Mrs. McKinnon.